So this right here is a rock that we put on top of the hive. And then now it's time to pop the lid off. My mom here is using the orange pry tool thingy, and now I am too, to get the lid off because of propolis that the bees use to glue their hive together. It's very sticky. So now there are going to be no eggs up here because of a queen excluder that's going along right here. So that's why we have that, so that there's not eggs in our honey. So this hive that we have right now is a vertical hive. So hopefully this year we will be able to build or buy some horizontal hives, because those you don't need to dig as far into the hive. There's not as much disturbance. Because for this hive, if we wanted to get to a box down here, then we would have to take off all of the other boxes, which would disturb the bees a lot, and you'd have a higher chance of getting stung, like I have right now. Here are some of the frames. This is a look inside of the hive there. Not as many bees on that side, but they're capping honey and all of that. What is that?
Egg cells.
So we are brushing the bees off because we don't want to carry any bees down to the house. So yeah, we're just taking the brush and gently getting some bees off of there. This is extremely dangerous.
What are you trying to do?
Trying to lick the honey off my thing. Oh.
Tell you what, let's just, I'm not seeing any more honey.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and
Yowzers. Ouch!
you okay?
I'm covered in bees! Ow!
Run, run.
Ow! Okay. Ow! Ow! Oh.
Did you get Josiah running? Did you get Josiah running?
Ow! Ow!
He's
Ow!
running.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
They got him.
Off. Okay. Okay. I think. Ow! Okay. Alright. I have officially been stung. Once. Scratch that. 10 times. I have a bee. Ow. Stuck in my sock.
Boy, that one just stung me through my glove. Yeah, you might want to be somewhere else. Crazy. Man, you left her all by yourself.
Sorry,
You wanna
she said
take this?
run, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
ran.
You stole my glove.
Problem number one was that I shouldn't have worn shorts.
Well, yeah,
Problem number two is that I shouldn't have eaten honey.
you're just gonna be smarter in the future. Maybe.
Like I wasn't smart then.
Well,
Are you gonna go get the camera? Uh-oh. Dad's gonna...
Oh dear.
We're all gonna be so... That's kind of what you did.
Mom's like all the way out at the...
You can go get the camera.
You go get the camera. I'm not going back up there.
You stop the camera?
No.
Oh.
No, I was running for my life. There aren't any bees on me. Oh, is it? Is a bee following you? How not to do bees. I think the problem was we've never been in their lower area.
So we're inside now. Thankfully we all survived, and now we're ready to start processing the honey. Right here we have our bucket. It has a spigot on the front here. So you just loosen this, and then this can come up when you want to get honey out into a jar or something like that down below. There's that, and then it is empty right now. We're gonna go ahead and tighten this back up so that we don't have it leaking while we're pouring honey into here. We're gonna put it on a plastic bag just so that it doesn't get everything else sticky. So now we're gonna go ahead and put some cheesecloth over the top. We're not gonna double it up. We're just going to put it over like this and then stick it down in the top of the bucket. Then after doing that and getting a little bit of space right here, then we are going to go ahead and take something like this to strap the area down. Now, of course, one time isn't gonna work. 2 times around it might be tight enough. That's it for that. Now let's go ahead and put this board that we notched out on the top. So this is the right size, and then there is a screw in the middle for when you get a frame. As you can see, this is capped honey, so that's why the honey is not draining down. So I'm about to take the caps off and you will see the honey drain down from there. Here's the frame. It's a hexagonal pattern. That's how the bees build out from the plastic foundation that we have on here. So now I'm just cutting the caps off. This is a step that you will do whether you're doing it this way or even if you're doing it with an extractor. So now we're going to use a plastic spatula to scrape the rest of the honeycomb off. So we're using a plastic spatula because they're plastic frames. We don't want to scrape off bits of the frame. So that's basically it for this frame here. Looks pretty good. So once we finish this, we're gonna let it drain for a while and then we're gonna take the cheesecloth out of the bucket here. So this is the finished product. Now this isn't from this harvest, this is from previous harvest, but this is what it looks like once you get it into the bucket and then drain it out of the spout down here. We got a good amount last year, probably about 3 gallons, and then this year we didn't harvest as much, but we should still be able to get a lot of honey. Please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment.